Well, Alaa Makki joins me now from the Iraqi city of Erbil. He's a former member of the Iraqi parliament. Good to have you with us, Alaa. So the Chilcot report says that the decision to go to war was based on flawed intelligence. There was a lack of preparation, a lack of planning. What's been your response to the findings of the report?
Well, first of all, thank you for this chance to talk to international community. The British decision, really, it was not only took by the Prime Minister. The Parliament at that time endorsed the decision of the Prime Minister. That is, the UK in general took the decision. So when we come to Iraq, well, we, as you said, and as you showed in your report, and as the reports say, really, we suffered a lot. The Iraqi people had been, disturbed altogether, and millions of people now outside their homes, and millions had died, and the economy, you know, and the chaos and everything, and no security. And the most dangerous issue of this decision is that the terrorism transferred from Iraq, being a focus, to the neighboring areas and to the international community. That's Europe and even United States and other countries. So we look to the decision, well, as Iraqis, it was not in our favor. And
well, when those comments that you are making were put to Tony Blair today, he defended his decision to invade Iraq. He says it got rid of Saddam. And certainly there's been a more representative government in Iraq, a government that you've been part of, and Tony Blair said that it benefited Shia,
yes,
it benefited
really,
Kurds. What do you say to that?
Yeah, really. The main challenge, really, is to be put on the U.S. government, that's on President Bush administration, because they led all operations and they forced the U.K. to go with them. Because, Blair postponed the military operations for the first time, and he tried the second until they reached March 2003. Okay, but we are now talking about the wrong decisions. Okay, the UK shared the United States in the operations, but the decisions took by the two was very wrong decisions. Mainly two decisions they took, and Bremer issued that decisions, which are the de-Baathification decision and the disbanding of Iraqi army and security institutions, which created a vacuum in Iraq, a political vacuum, security vacuum, no governmental power, no authority, and the presence of the military CPA at that time didn't fill the vacuum. And also,
John Chilcot says that military intervention should have been the last resort. John Chilcot says that there were other peaceful options available which hadn't been explored. Do you agree with that? Do you agree that back in 2003 there were other options which should have been taken?
Yes, definitely. The military decision was not the optimum or the best option. There were other options to be taken, and the most important issue, they disregarded the Iraqi people, because, okay, the Baathification and disbanding the Iraqi army, but they are Iraqi people. And if we remember what the United States did in Japan, they built the institutions from the national people, and they rebuilt and reformed Japan with the aid of the Japanese themselves. So not all Iraqis were Saddam Hussein. And that is the main fault which was done by the United States government and the UK government at that time. And that created a vacuum.
So briefly,
vacuum didn't solved until now.
What do you think should happen now?
Yes.
What do you think should happen now? Does this report bring closure to the people who've suffered in Iraq, or should there be more action?
Yes. I talked to the officials, Americans here in Iraq, and to the officials, British people here in Iraq. And I told them, this is my perspective, and I announced it previously. There's one solution. Returning back to the remnants of the Iraqi security forces and the Iraqi army. And the people there are now ready to join with the Americans, with the UK people, with international community to rebuild Iraqi forces, to rebuild Iraqi government authority, and to rebuild Iraqi intelligence and security institutions. Otherwise, all the people worked from 2003 until now, they are all failed to Iraq. They belong to militias, and the militias don't loyal to the national decision of Iraq. Therefore, and also we brought those people to the officials, and they met them. Yes.
Alaa, we'll have to leave it there. Thank you so much for your time. We do appreciate it. Alaa Makki there.